Hello, my friends, relatives, loved ones of the unified field, of the oneness, the harmony and the grace, and the flow of the multiple dimensional expression of I'm here, and it's not that I'm not here, but we are busy experiencing the waves and the flow and the goodness and the challenges and the weight, the suppression and the endless informational wars and the awarenesses and the observances and the witnessing of that which is going on in this world, which are much and many. It was said by the masters, teachers from several sources that July was going to be an outrageous month. The reason I'm recording this now is sometimes when it hits you, you just got to do it. The bouncing might not work. I understand. So if you don't like that, just listen to it if you want to listen to it. But with the storms, the mysterious storms, the horrendous flooding everywhere, not just Texas and New Mexico, but Tennessee and Kentucky and Europe and China, 3 Gorges Dam is flooding, supposedly killing, just wiping out villages. We don't know. We can't make heads or tails. It's all going to come out, and it's getting so obvious that weather modification, HARP, and cloud seeding, and all these things that are done by someone to try to control last-ditch efforts to terrify us back into submission and fall into line with the forces of outside of sovereignty, outside of self-respect, outside of unity, unique, authentic, pure, serene, balanced, harmonious existence within our now moments, within our prayer time, within our meditation time, within our waking and sleeping, dawn and dusk. Why do we not respond the way we used to and go into terror and upset and freak out and what's going on and this is horrible and who's in control, why is these things happening still? And no, we rise above and beyond all that through our massive faith, through our massive knowingness, through our massive messages and messengers that things are going to be better. Things are better. Things are quantumly better, which means we are on the right track. We are on our highest timeline. We have succeeded. The universe working together, the masters, the teachers, the archangels, the angelic realms, the I am presence, God, Christ self within, have worked for this, have deemed for this, have prepared for this for lifetimes, have enacted in this for some of us many generations, many decades. And we see us older souls, older ones, we see the differences. We see what's going on. We know what channels to follow. We know to stay off of constant TikTok and YouTube, Facebook, scrolling and scrolling. It's designed, the algorithm is designed to put us back into chaos and fear and upset and lower vibrational. Exactly where some forces want us. Those of us that have been doing the work, are doing the work, the shadow work, the deep states within, the crying, the facing, the generational healing of our weaknesses, of that which we can't stand, of the outer reflection. And we come to a inner stability, an inner harmonization, an inner peace with our own shadow and our own light. Reflected outward would be our own, the world's shadow and the world's light. As best we can. As best we can. When we focus within, that saying, the Christian saying, not of this world, or in the world but not of it, I am of my Father's home, I am of my Father's realm, the mighty beloved I am presence within, the closeness with Christ, the closeness with the masters, the closeness with nature, the closeness with the purity, the intrinsic reality before the fall, before destruction, before false matrix does exist. It's underneath it. It's a state of consciousness that many of us are delving into, residing, coming in and out of it. You know, they say the fifth dimension is compared to Christ taking a couple of his disciples up on the mountaintop where he transfigured himself. He had a vision. He went into the light. Moses and Elijah came, and they were floating up there, having a unity experience in this amazing light. And the apostles said they had to cover their eyes. They said that his garment became white, shining white, whiter than any fuller could white. I had to look that word up, fuller, which means a launderer. Whiter than any white launderer could white. That was his interpretation. That's all he knew, right? So, anyways, Jesus took him, and when he came back to himself, he said, "Now we go back down the mountain and better prepared to transmit the higher consciousness messages to the masses." And they said that's what we're going through in these times. Our own transfiguration, resurrection, and ascension. And so some of us have reached these high states and deep meditations and feel like we're walking on the edge of the fifth dimension, the higher fourth and fifth, lower fifth dimension. as Archangel Michael says in his writings. But when we have these visions, we have these enlightening experiences, and we have these blessed encounters or oneness states beyond time and space, or at least beyond time. When you go into meditation, you think you've been there 5 minutes, you've been there an hour, or vice versa. Now we must go back into the outer 3D field of consciousness, share our experiences, share our level of consciousness that we've been gifted. But we're not gifted for no reason. We're gifted because we've gone through the struggle. We're gifted because we've gone through the alone time. We've gone without relationship. We've gone, many have been celibate. Gone through the no alcohol, no, right? Taking care of our diets, taking care of just focusing on the light of God within the inner sanctum realm. Why? Because we as a team, we are the boots on the ground for the master consciousnesses. They can only affect so much because they're in a higher octave of consciousness. This is the 3D, the human workers, the light beings, the light workers, the awakened souls. You know, all of you all awakening, that watching this, are preparing or prepared or doing the work or finishing levels. It may not, it's always going on, levels of clearing, of the shadow work, of facing your pain, your suffering, your hatreds, your jealousies, your insecurities, your fears, your competitive nature, your dying daily, the ego. We die daily so we can be reborn in the light of our higher selves, who we really are, the Christ self, the mighty beloved I am presence self. Whew. We work the breathing, we work the breath, we work the kundalini, we work the chakras, we balance the chakras, we balance the systems. We exercise, we walk, we face our addictions. Where it's hard times, I need a drink. Hard times, I need a smoke. I need to eat comfort food. We need our sex. We need our movies, or our binge watching, or our series, Netflix series. You know, all that's okay, but what's important is that you witness all of it. You witness what you're doing. And you have to ask yourself really, really sincerely, you have to say, is this lowering my vibration in any way, shape, or form? Does, when I do these things, my vibration get affected? You have to admit it. You have to admit it. And if you know that you had a drink and then you had bad dreams, or you overate and you're very, very uncomfortable and you didn't want to get up in the morning or do your meditation, or you're really down on yourself because you ate half an apple pie instead of one slice. you know, or that sugar. Because what happens is all these lower vibrational things, which are addictions, which are habits, we are above the vibration of that now. We're rising to a higher frequency. So the body's requiring fruits and vegetables. The body's requiring a lot more water. The body is craving a state, a consistency, a constancy beyond what the ups and downs of sugar, even caffeine. I even know I'm guilty. I like my caffeine, coffee, but it's, again, all things in moderation. So when you get awareness of those things, there was a man who went to one of the gurus long ago, and he said, "How do I quit smoking?" And the guru, Swami, teacher, said, he looked up and he said, "Smoke consciously." And the guy's like, "What?" That's all he said, "Smoke consciously." And so the guy said he did. He sat in contemplation, contemplated that. He realized, I'm taking noxious chemicalized gases into my lungs 80 times a day. You know, how many puffs you get from each cigarette. And he realized, oh my God, what am I doing to my lungs? What am I doing to my heart? What am I doing to my veins and my blood arteries and all that? And that's how he quit smoking. It took him a while, but he chose to accept that and take insights from that. And he worked his way down. He worked his way out of it, however he did it. And so I encourage subliminals. Let's say it's smoking. Subliminals like sapient medicine or dream seeds or quotable integrity or quantum subliminals or something. Anyways, like self-hypnosis, basically, to quit smoking. The subliminals, they play the music, and then underneath of it, it's telling you, how your life would be better. Affirmations when you're not smoking. So doing things like that, listening, put it on loop, listen to it at night. They really help. They really help. I love the subliminals. I've been using them for years. I really believe in them. And any subject you can possibly imagine are out there. And so, there's something else I wanted to mention. Going back to your breathing, having respect for breathing, having respect for your lungs and your arteries and your chi and your life force and your prana, mana. In these times where we're changing, where the bodies are changing from a carbon to a crystalline base to higher vibrational, we have to lighten our load. In the past, we use all these habits because of stress, fight or flight, PTSD. Yeah, that's our excuse. Well, in a way to help, grounding. I eat more food. I eat a lot of heavy foods. Ground me. Yeah, that always worked for years. But now they're saying differently. Get your feet in the grass. Get your head to the sun. Doing your meditations. Calling in the rays of the sun, the master consciousness, angelic, into your heart. Feeling it from above, sending your roots down, silver, golden, platinum, green, bronze, copper, whatever colors you like, into the crystal core of Mother Earth, calling the energy back up. Feeling there's a grid around the planet, invisible grid that as soon as you touch the earth, you're connected to all this high vibrational grid that's been reactivated of super high vibrational frequencies. Look it up. The crystalline grid around the planet. It's incredible. And so with those beliefs, you bring the energy up to your heart, down from above. Do your meditations, you know. Find a group on Facebook that's doing meditation, or worldwide meditation, or get on a Zoom class. Or you got to stretch yourself. You got to get outside yourself. You're either being led inside to go deeper and out of the outer world of appearances, the masters call it, hallucinatory world of a dreamtime world of appearances, opposites, left, right, up, down, good, bad. You know, you can't get out of it. Back into the oneness. When you close your eyes, you immediately make alpha, theta, delta, gamma rays. You get deep, you make photonic rays. You get deeper, you get plasma rays coming in and expanding out of your cells. See yourself lighting up every cell of your body and through your heart. 70 trillion cells, 50, 30 trillion, whatever it is. Who knows? I mean, I could take one breath and relax. In for 5, hold for 8, release for 13. In for 5, hold for 8, exhale for 13. Call that energy in your crown to your heart. Call it up from your root, from the mother's crystal heart, through your lower chakras up to your heart, blending them like a Merkaba or spinning. Feel yourself relaxing. Humming, toning, singing. Imagine the energy coming up like a tube and spinning out on all sides like water falling over your body, but it's like a grid. It's called the torus field. Flowing down to your feet and back up through your body. Keep flowing and flowing and flowing. It contains all the elements, all the aspects of creation, all geometries. The essence of fire, water, earth, and air. Multiple dimensions. Harmonizes and balances all your systems. Your feeling, emotional world. Your mental bodies. Your etheric or spiritual body. Your physical body. The masters always talk about harmonizing the 4 lower bodies. It's called the 4 lower bodies. Look that up. When they're in harmony, like a 4-leaf clover, or spinning a torus field, everything's working together synergistically. It balances your chakras right up through the tube, right through a hollow tube through the center of pure light, of pure golden light or rainbow or you name it. And all the grid around of the torus field can be all rainbow colors, colors of the universe, higher vibrational. You can call it down from above, down through your tube, out your root, earth star chakra, and you can have it go around from underneath up to your crown above and down through. Calling it down through, calling it up through, calling it down through, calling it up through. And this is the origins of dance, singing, prayer, Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, the spinning of the dancers that do the spinning in the Middle East, the Sufis, the Sufi dancing, Rumi. They go into these geometrical altered states, and that's where you enter, you make the connection. The connection gets enhanced to the other realms, the higher aspects of you, and it awakens things in you. It touches your DNA, it starts waking your DNA, memories happen. You just go into this, altered state, the shamanic state. And the Archangel Michael writings say that we had to leave we were these masterful, huge, amazing beings in the universe, really. If we realized how big we were, how expansive we were in this aspects of oneness with God consciousness, we wouldn't believe it. And we had to leave these aspects of ourselves all over the universe to fit down into this body, into the consciousness of 3D, limited, 2 strands of DNA, where we were at one time 12 strands. Atlantis, Lemuria, and prior civilizations. The original golden ages. And you can reactivate all these things by such things that I've been talking about. But you have to develop a practice. They call it a practice because you're practicing. Practice makes perfect. Why? Because as Joe Dispenza and all the gurus, Rinpoches, masters, and teachers of every path, ministers, and prophets will tell you, what you're doing is through neuroplasticity, you're weaving the webs of the reality that you want to create, that you want to manifest, that you want to become. The highest version of yourself, the highest potential, highest timeline, highest trajectory. We commit to all these things. So we use the tools. I call them the shamanic tools from every system and prayer and way of life. I've always had a very active mind, active imagination, as people told me. Overactive imagination, boy. And so I have been a type of person to study many paths, many different things, and many different tools. And that's why I offer so many to you. So you sit in the meditation, you just do one, or you scan through them all, one after the other, sort of gradually, not in a beta, rapid, chaotic way, but and you call the masters to you, you call Christ, you call Mary, you call Holy Spirit, Saint Germain, Maha, Paramahansa Yogananda, Maha Avatar Babaji, Crazy Horse, Black Elk lineage, White Buffalo Calf Woman, Krishna, Shiva, Shakti, Vishnu, Durga, Shri Ma, Divine Mother. And they all come as soon as you're quiet. They all come. They bless you. They bless me. They bless us. They bless all. We call for the blessing of the hill country of Texas. All the families, all the beings that have been saved, all the ones that have moved on to the other side, all the rescuers, researchers, for the traumatization of all the people that have been affected by this. We call for peace in their heart. We don't have to suffer over this. We just have to witness, pray, call light to the situation. Surround it with light, surround it with violet fire. Violet fire up. Magenta is a new color coming in, down in. Golden light. Violet fire, magenta, gold in your heart. Send it out 20 feet around you. Resting in the calm, abiding peace. Calling down the masters of peace. Knowing that anybody that touches you within that 20-foot aura is going to be blessed, awakened. And you can affirm, I am awakened God consciousness now. I am awakened God consciousness now. You are awakened God consciousness of pure love now. You are the awakened God consciousness of pure love now. And now we send that energy to the hill country of Texas. The golden violet, magenta ruby rays surrounding the whole area like you'd see it on the news or a map. Spreading out from there, all the places around across the web, flower of life web around the world, touching Ruidosa, New Mexico, Tennessee, and Kentucky. Floods in Mexico now. Floods in China. Three Gorges Dam. And see those colors, gold, violet, ruby, magenta. Like a wave. They say the grid around the planet is shaped like the, I've heard the master channeling say that it's like the shape of the flower of life symbol, that flower of the circle upon circle upon circle of the 5-pointed hoops. Gold, violet, ruby. Blessing all the spots that need help. Gaza, Palestine. Covering the country and the people with those colors. Israel, gold, violet, ruby, magenta. The North Pole, the South Pole. Bless your home. Bless your family and your children. The schools and the teachers. And the government, President Trump and his administration. All men, all women, all children, all elders. All animals, all nature. Mother Earth herself. The fishes of the sea, the wingeds, the standing people, the trees, the stone, fire, water, earth, and air, the creepy crawlies, the things that crawl, vegetable, mineral, animal kingdoms. Bring us all back into balance, God. Bring us all back into harmonization. Bring us all back into peace so that we can touch and help others this way. Do the work, not be afraid to. Feel, believe, have faith, and know we have and are reaching and living in these states of consciousness now as masterful awakened souls in behalf of the planet, the people, and all beings, all life, inside the earth, on the surface, and in the atmosphere. Touching the stars, all the oceans, the waters, the mountains, cleansed and purified. On and on and on we can go once we're in this state. Three deep breaths. Cleanse, purify, rest, rejuvenate thyself. We have a lot of work ahead of ourselves. From my heart to yours.